So this is me making up a bottle. I'll do 2 ounces of freshly boiled water, and then I'll add my scoops to that. We're doing 5 scoops here, and every scoop that I do, I'm tapping it with the knife, because I find if you don't, you occasionally get a little bubble of air, and then you're not getting the right amount of powder. So that's why I do it like that. Here I am just shaking up that milk in the hot water, just to try and kill any bugs that are in the milk. And I have pre-measured at 3 ounces of cold water, which I add into that mixture. And then what I'll do is I'll give it a really good shake again, just to make sure that there's no hot spots or anything, and that should be pretty much at the perfect temperature for feeding. So once I'm finished with a bottle, I'll rinse it out pretty much immediately, just so the milk's not sitting around getting all foosty and yuck. And what I'll do is I'll collect up all my bottles through the day. I've got 6 of them, and start a really hot wash there, boiling water. I might leave them to sit a wee while, and then we'll go on to cleaning them. I use the Tommy Tippy brush to clean. It's just the one that I find I like best. There's plenty other brands out there, and I'll stack them up on the side of the draining board first. Bottles and lids first. Give them a really good rinse. I usually rinse them twice before transferring them into the proper draining board, and then on to all the fiddly bits, all the lids and all the teats. Okay, for the steriliser, I do 2 rings down the bottom, teats in the holes, 4 rings up the middle, bottles around the edge, and then lids on the top shelf, just like so. 90 ml of water goes into the steriliser, and then we pop the stuff in and turn it on. While that's running, I'll wash all the little bottles that I keep the water in. These are just the newborn bottles that I've got left, and then we'll empty the steriliser. I just pull out the bottles first, and then pop all the lids out the way onto the bottles, and we've got a wee sterile surface in the lid there, and the rings for the new types of Advent bottles, I just kind of push them on and pop them over. Okay, rings into the sterile surface, and then I do every second teat, just so that I've got room to manoeuvre, and I'll pull them through with the wee tongs. Pop them on the lids, just like so, and then I'll screw them together. Not usually with one hand, but there we go. And that's that bit. Okay, just load in the steriliser again. The wee tops go in, and then 4 rings again. This is what it says on the manufacturer's guide, so it's how I do it. And this time we've got room for some dummies at the top. And this is kind of the setup that I usually have going. I've got the 6 bottles and the 6 little mini bottles for keeping water in them. You can see a ready mixed Aptamil milk there, which I use for travelling and for emergencies. I've got the Mr. Muscle stuff, which I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's pretty good for just giving everything a good wipe round before you start. And of course I've got the Avent steam steriliser there. For travelling, I'll use an Aptamil bottle and pack an empty bottle, and I'll also make up a bottle. So it means that the Aptamil ready mix is only for emergencies. And do you know what? I think that's the whole bottle routine. 4.5 minutes. Certainly doesn't take me that little time in real life, but there you go. I hope you're all well. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.